Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Question. What do you estimate Donald Trump, your president, net worth to be? Take a wild guess. It's free. 1 billion, 3 billion, 5 billion, 7 billion, 15 billion. I'll give you a few moments to think about it. Okay, time's up. Family, his net worth since becoming president this second time around has soared to somewhere in the neighborhood of 6.5 and 7.3 billion dollars. That is more money than all of the presidents who preceded him combined made while they were living. Not just as they were presidents, but as they were living. Yeah.
I studied Donald Trump's finances, including obtaining his tax returns of some colleagues, for over a 20-year period. And this amount is really greater than the sum total of everything he made from his inheritance, from being on The Apprentice, and from all the licensing deals while he was on The Apprentice.
It's more than he ever made in his whole life.
I think it's those things were his big profit centers because his business performance was uneven.
Right.
So those three things that require really his golden days. This is more than that, all in 1 year.
All in 1 year. All that money. All in 1 year. See, the reason why he was able to do that is because you got a lot of crooks in Congress in the first place. See, in order for him to be able to even become president, there had to be a lot of corruption going on. So you got crooks in Congress on both sides. That is the only way he was able to get in, fam. And besides that, all of the crooks who voted for him. Now, he didn't vote. He didn't get in by voting alone. I want y'all to know that. I absolutely believe that the election was rigged. Ain't no way over 80 million people voted for him. Ain't no way. I know it was rigged. I know for a fact it was rigged, just like the first one was rigged. Oh, man. All that money. You want to know, let's take a deep dive. How about that? Let's take a deep dive. I'm going to share my page with y'all so you can see what I see. Let's see. Here we go. I want y'all to look at these numbers, fam. It's crazy. As of March 2026, Donald Trump's net worth has soared to an estimated 6.5 billion to 7.3 billion, gaining roughly $1.4 billion to over $3 billion since his 2025 return to office. Profits are largely driven by a $1.2 billion stake in Truth Social's parent company and major cryptocurrency ventures, which along with foreign deals constitute significant gains. So he made $2.1 billion in cryptocurrency. If you had invested in Donald Trump's cryptocurrency at its peak, if you invested $10,000, that $10,000 would now be worth about $375. Okay, his social media stake. Trump Media and Technology Group, Truth Social, stake was valued around 1.2 to 1.6 billion in early 2026. His foreign business deals. Ooh, this is a big one. International real estate, licensing deals, and ventures tied to foreign interests, including deals in the Middle East, have continued to generate income. Now, you know, family, any deals that's made with foreign governments should be made to benefit the American people and not the president. Good Lord. Profit estimates. While some analysis suggests the family has generated over $2 billion in profits from digital grift and related ventures, other estimates have suggested higher including figures of up to $4 billion in paper wealth since his re-election. Now, here are some of the concerns. Consumer watchdogs and critics have raised concerns about the conflation of the presidency with business interests, particularly regarding international payments, and have scrutinized a $230 million demand from the DOJ for costs related to federal investigations. That's what he wants. That's your money. He wants $330 million because he was investigated by the DOJ. How much money can we get when we was, like if we was investigated? How much can we get? Because he was convicted and he still, he sued, and he's going to get the department that he controls to cut him a check for $230 million. Trump's net worth increased from approximately $2.3 billion in 2024 to over $6.5 billion in 2026. The financial data, particularly from 2026, is based on estimations from sources like Forbes and Yahoo Finance, as personal financial disclosure can be complex. So all of that money, fam, all of that money Donald Trump made off the backs of the American people and off the cred of the American people, because if he's not president, nobody's giving him those kind of opportunities. Nobody had to give him any opportunities. He gave himself the opportunity. He said, look, man, how much of the U.S. you want to buy? How much you want? How much Congress you want to buy? All right, cut me a check. Look, I'm going to make it easy for you to get your permits. I'm going to fast track your permits. I'm going to make sure that you ain't got no problems with anything. Shoot me about 10 million on that. Give me 50 million here, 100 million here. I'm going to need 500 million here. Give me $1 billion on this, $1 billion over here. Everything that he does is transactional. And that's a damn shame, fam, that we are living in these times. It's a shame that America is so weak. We talk about how strong America is. The military is strong. America is weak. The military is strong. America is weak. The politicians, Congress, specifically the Congress members, and president, they're strong, but America collectively is weak. This is a country where if you have means, you can circumvent justice. You do not have to play by the rules. You can be caught up in thousands of files regarding kiddie activities and not even be investigated. And it can be hundreds of people, thousands of people in the files, and none of them will be investigated, let alone arrested. Come on, fam. Come on. These are some really bad times. And the thing about it is this, fam. You're going to have to log it into your memory, because they are going to whitewash it from history like they have been whitewashing everything else. So it'll be in the history books for a minute, and then they're going to be like, you know what, man? We're trying to do business over here. It don't look good that we had a president that milked our economy the way he did, and took advantage of the Oval Office the way he did. We can't have the history books showing that. So let's whitewash that, right? Let's redact everything. But, anything regarding Hitler, that's cool. If it's Hitler, we good. We can say anything we want about Hitler, but we can say anything we want about the German Hitler. But the American Hitler, We got to cut him a break. The trip part about it is Trump wouldn't even be offended by me calling him Hitler because he admires Hitler. Yeah, he admires Hitler, and many of the people who voted for him also admires Hitler. In fact, many of them want to be like Hitler. You see how many of these dudes be walking around here doing this? Throwing up that sign, that Nazi salute. You see how many dudes be walking around doing it in America? Can you imagine, fam? In America, we went to war, allegedly, to fight those symbols of hate, of hatred, right? And now you have people walking American streets, saluting, including Elon Musk. He did it. Yeah, Elon Musk. Elon Musk did it. And a number of other people in that, in MAGA and in Turning Point, USA, were saluting, doing the Nazi salute. So these people really don't care nothing about America. They don't care nothing about you. It don't matter what your race is. They don't care nothing about you. You're a pawn in the game that they're playing. Now, some of you are slow. So you think as long as they don't like somebody that you don't like, that you're good. You think that y'all straight, y'all on the same level. Maybe you are. But a lot of y'all claim to not like this or not like that about somebody, and you don't know that a lot of these people who share your hatred in regard to race are demonic. You don't know that these dudes be playing with them kids. Yeah. You don't know that they're robbing the American people blind because you're blind to that. Yeah, fam. Yeah. I wonder how much before it's all over. Oh man, that dude, before it's all over, he might be sitting on 100 billion because the more he get away with it, the more emboldened he becomes. You ever notice that? Like his deals are getting bigger and bigger. The deals, every deal he makes is getting bigger and bigger. Now, at first the deals was in the millions, and then it went to tens of millions, then it went to hundreds of millions. And now, doing something like starting a sneaker line or something, that's beneath him. Like that's just a few million, that's a few 10 million, 10, 20 million, something like that. He's getting the billions now. He's in the billions. So the deals that he's putting together now, that's what kind of money we're looking at. Absolutely amazing. Like all of y'all who support that, you're part of the problem. I know you think that you are somehow some type of patriot. You love America. You don't love America. You love your damn self. And you really don't even love your damn self. Because if you did, you wouldn't allow yourself to be taken advantage of the way you do. But that's what happens when you're a bootlicking sucker. No more talk.